Today on Educate the Culture, we have a special guest here. We have someone who I got to know to see that she's very important and she deals with a lot of things that are of safety to us. So we have to trust this young lady and she's earned our trust. So, she deals with cybersecurity. She's a cybersecurity engineer. That's way over my pay grade. So we're going to get to know about that. Then she's into real estate as well. So we talking about top tier here. So today I want to introduce to y'all Miss Toshia Ferguson. How you doing, young lady?
I am well. I'm blessed. Thank you for having me, James.
You're clearly blessed. We understand that.
Thank you.
I appreciate the warm welcoming too. So.
Oh, thank you. It was my pleasure.
Yeah. So let's dig into you, man. Let's see where we're gonna start on this interesting journey. I want to ask this, right? Because from my understanding, you are a Charleston native.
I am a Charleston native, born and raised downtown Charleston.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what high school you went to?
Burke High School. Please believe. Yes.
North Charleston High.
Oh, you adversary. Yeah.
So you were a part of those legendary football, basketball games where, it got a little testy sometimes?
I mean, not always physically in the number, but because my mom always kept us at home. My mom and dad kept us at home. We was always secluded from the norm. But spiritually, I was there.
Oh, okay.
I was never allowed to go.
You heard about it on Monday.
Heard about it on Monday. Absolutely. Yeah,
Right,
absolutely. Right. Yes.
Okay. And how was that, like, growing up downtown Burke? How was that window for you?
I mean, it was a good experience. I will never take away from my childhood experience. And it gave me the drive and the motivation to be more than what the inner city's youth have become to be known as. You know what I mean? So in saying so, I felt that I had to beat the odds. My sisters and I, we had to beat the odds because, okay, Burke has been always known as a, as not a good school or whatever, but good things come from Burke. And
That's
because of that, I made that my motivation. And that was my inspiration to do more. And my parents have been that guiding force to lead us into where we are now.
I like the way you pay homage to your parents, because obviously me seeing the end results, it had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So obviously they gave you a great platform to start building. And you said you had sisters as well?
Yeah, I'm the youngest of three. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm the youngest. My older sister's a doctor. My middle sister, she's a federal worker. And then it's me.
Nice. Hey, great job, parents. That's, because I understand, growing up, like you said, in the inner city, and in those days, when we were growing up, it was kind of tough. It was really rough. So to see y'all blossom and become and beat the odds, especially where y'all started from, like I said, got to give your parents their roses and a pat on the back for that.
Absolutely. We do it all too often. They're our babies. You know how they say, once an adult, twice a child? They're our babies now.
Right.
Yeah, so we take care of them. For sure.
So after that, once graduating, did you graduate from Burke or another school?
Burke High School.
Okay, where did you go after that?
And, I graduated in class of 96, and I kind of was indecisive of what I wanted to do. Initially, my major was supposed to be a nurse. So I got an associate's degree in nursing from Trident Technical College. And because I am so passionate, I'm a Pisces, guys. So I'm a water sign.
Me too.
You too?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm very emotional about something. So I connect almost instantly. I connect almost instantly. And being that I was inside the field and I was drawn so closely to these patients, I was like, no, I got to figure out something else. So I was mentored into the information technology world, which is the IT world, because I felt like I wasn't going to last inside the nursing world. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. I felt the care, the passionate caring I have, and that wasn't going to work well. So because every time somebody gets sick, or if someone's someone's demise, then that would leave me in a state of where I have to recover. And I couldn't see that for myself after every patient. So I got mentored into the IT world, and it's been up since then.
Yeah.
It has been, yeah. I got my master's in IT from Webster, and it's been up since then. Yeah, literally up since then.
Where is Webster?
Webster University, they were on Faber Place. They had a campus there in North Charleston, Faber Place. And I did some time at the Faber Place location, and then I also did online. Okay. So, with determination, I went in one day, my advisor was like, what are you wanting to do? I said, I want to grow with the evolution, like what's going to be in demand in the next 10 years, what that will look like. And he said, well, Ms. Fogle, you're not going to be in demand with accounting. I was like, yeah, sure I will, because that's initially what I wanted to do after the nursing. He's like, well, I think IT would be in it. I was like, I'll get back to you tomorrow. So I had some time to think about it and didn't get back to him tomorrow. Got back to him in a couple of days. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So that was like the greatest advice I ever got, for my mentor to tell me, let's do IT. Because that's not truly an avenue many of us, or what Correct. We look like, or what, delve into. So I was like, okay, let me do it. I like a good challenge, I like a good challenge.
And also, like how you said, us being minorities, and you're a double minority at that, I know it was probably challenging back then, just not on the educational side, but just dealing with it, because you're a young Black woman going through that. And I'm pretty sure you didn't see much of that at that time.
That's for sure. That's a very accurate statement. Like, I didn't have any IT majors. My mom and dad were federal workers, but just regular federal workers. You know what I mean?
Right. So
to have somebody to say I aspire because they were an IT worker, that wasn't in my realm. That wasn't something I saw. So to launch into the IT world, yeah, that was just the first. That was pretty much genuine based on what I was going to do, like based on what I was presented. Yeah.
And how long was that journey before you were like certified where you can start working under your profession?
Well, James, evidently based on that question, you don't know me. So I'm aggressive.
Okay.
So right. With that being said, I'm aggressive. Like, you present something to me, I'm on it, I buy it. Listen, from here on, I'm headstrong.
Okay.
That means I'm all in.
Right.
From here on out, you tell me, okay, you got 6 months to a year to get this done. 6 months to a year is going to get done, or even prematurely before that.
Right.
Because now that's my mindset. That's my focus. So I graduated with my 2 years degree from Webster University. Got my master's in information technology. Started scouting my resume, clearancejobs.com, this place, that place. And the recruiter just gave me an opportunity. He's like, I know you don't have experience, but my company is willing to pour into you. And that opportunity was like the greatest. When I tell you, foot in the door,
right,
that changed my life. It went up from there. And that's how I became. Awesome. And there's no fluff to that. There's no behind the story. I did my education. I worked hard on my education. My husband, my kids, being a mother, everything, my family. It just took me wearing multiple hats.
Right.
Being a multiple role player, a tasker. And just knowing what I want. Streamlining my focus. And that's what I did.
Man, that's amazing. And it's actually like unique, because like I don't get this story every day. So the story is, to me, like I just want to hear more. Like I'm like sitting back like, wow, like I heard a lot, but dealing with, a young lady having a career in IT, I haven't sat down with that yet.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's brand new to me, and I commend you on that.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Okay, and then let me ask you this. I'm gonna tap into a little bit personal. Okay.
Sure.
So in between this journey, because I want to see you making it seem like it was just too clean. Like, so were you in a relationship or had any children at this time when this was going on?
So I've been married for 18 years.
Nice, good job.
Yeah. Okay.
I love it.
18 years. I'm gonna say this in the most humblest way without getting emotional. Pisces again, right? Water sign. Right. I couldn't have been here, done this, been present without my husband and my family.
Right.
And let that resonate for a minute, right? 18 years of being married. You got your career that you are focused on. You got a family you got to focus on. And then you have your husband. Not so much in that order.
Right.
But you got those main things. And then you got your friends that you want to entertain too, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you, it was days that my husband was like, no, you go ahead. You just go ahead and you study that. You go ahead and study that. It was days that I didn't do the domestication thing, like home, cooking, that. I made sure my kids were well, made sure the bills got taken care of, but I couldn't be my full me.
Right.
In that domesticated role because I'm married, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 18 years, I have a 19-year-old daughter. So she was included in that era, that 18 years era, and me trying to get my education, get myself situated. And then along the lines, I have a 14-year-old also. So just wearing multiple hats. Sometimes those hats gets crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Those lines become distorted. And in that, I believe because I had a good support system, that made me successful. I can't take all the credit for it because I would be not doing any justice, but I'll be remiss in saying my husband's remained like 10 toes down with this. Like, for real. He promoted my growth, and still to this day, he's like, you're destined to let you be the face. I don't even care. Like, whatever you got going on, let me know. You already know I'm coming. Like, for real. So it's good to have a support system because even the biggest leaders need support.
That's so big of you. I like when couples highlight the other half, and you did it in such a beautiful way because oftentimes our other halves don't get the credit, and it's a team effort, right?
It is. Definitely.
And it doesn't matter to me who scored the most points. We all here for the championship, right?
Right.
And you're showing that, and he's showing that. Like, y'all are. It's like if we were basketball players, right? It's like he's the point guard who dribbles the ball down the court and passes the ball, and then you dunk it.
Okay.
Right? And y'all win championships that way. So now he may not get as much credit in the public eye, but if he didn't pass that ball the way he did.
The assist. Okay.
Right?
So,
it sounds like.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it is.
It's, on the outside looking in, it sounded like he's a master at assisting.
And he is amazing. Yes, so, that is true. That is true.
And there's some legendary assist Hall of Fame people. So let's just put him in that Hall of Fame. All right.
Oh my gosh, that is a good analogy. That is true. That is a very good analogy. Yes.
So, hey, as we all know, we have to pay some bills. So we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
Pay some bills and put our sponsor spotlight out there. We'll be right back. Educate the culture.
Welcome to York Superior Mortgage Group. At York Superior Mortgage Group, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your mortgage dreams. As a superior mortgage brokerage, we pride ourselves on getting the job done efficiently and effectively. We are here to get you pre-approved. Whether you're looking to buy a residential home, vacant land, new construction, commercial properties, or more, We are your one-stop shop for all things mortgages. Don't wait to make your dream a reality. Contact us now and get pre-approved for your mortgage. York Superior Mortgage Group is here to support you with all your mortgage needs. York Superior Mortgage Group, your trusted partner in mortgage financing.
All right, so we back. We'll educate the culture. We over here having a great time. I'm having a good time with Miss Toshia, getting to know her, and this journey is, it's a beautiful journey, man. And you're setting to me a good tone for our culture. You and your husband and your family. This is amazing for our culture. You are necessary.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Since the beginning.
And I want, man, listen, because this cybersecurity thing, right? I'm not that educated in the field, but I understand enough to know that you protect us a whole lot. You protect us a whole lot. And I want to understand what it's like. Like, give me a day of being in that career field.
Oh, wow.
Give me a day. I want to see what that day is like.
I could give you a snippet.
and thanks for the mimosa.
Yay. Well, a day in the life of Toshia Ferguson as a cybersecurity engineer is very hectic. I mean, I can't sugarcoat that. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And I have developed, because I was first an analyst. I started out as just a regular, information analyst with the Department of State. I grew in that role and left that role and immediately started out as a junior cybersecurity engineer. Currently, I'm a senior cybersecurity engineer with either opportunities in the future. I'm gonna put it like that. So some more to come from that. And a day in the life with that is basically facilitating calls, working with my SMEs, subject matter experts, because I'm not technical, but I gotta make sure that my technical people are doing what they're supposed to do to secure our the national security infrastructure. And when I say infrastructure, I'm talking about the United States Space Force. I work for the United States Space Force. I know that sounds far-fetched, but it's the truth. I work for the United States Space Force, and they're an entity of the Air Force, and we're building their systems. So when I say I work with my SMEs, I'm working with them to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah, I don't know your job in its entirety, but I know what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
And you're going to do it because you have to remain in compliance. And that's my job. I am not the decision maker per se, but I know that a decision cannot be made without me. Let that resonate. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there are often times where I'm having to work against these guys, and it's a male-driven industry. I'm working against guys who, I've been in this. Toshia, you've been in here for a decade, but I've been here 2 times. That's all fine and dandy, but I'm here to do my job. I face that head on, and I face that with no type of personal feelings with that, because you're doing your job, you're passionate about your job, and so am I. And I'm gonna make sure I do my job to the best of my capability. So in order for me to do my job to the best of my capability, I got to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. Because when that accreditation gets signed off on and saying that this system is completely stand up, guess whose name is going to be on that? Toshia Ferguson, right?
Exactly.
Right. So that's what it looks like. I have to make sure we have the hardest security posture for our infrastructure. And that's what I do. I sign off on that every day, making calls and asking others, where's this? There's a couple steps missing. Why did y'all deviate? I have to make sure that and along with that comes a top security clearance. So I am very bona fide official. So that's how I became wanting to emerge inside the real estate. And we'll talk about that later. But because I have so much accolades about being secure with information, it only makes sense to go to deviate into the real estate world. And we touch with that.
Of course. Like I said, you're educating me, you're educating the culture. And I should have asked this question first, because once you got rolling and you're giving up so much information, I should have asked prior, explain, because so many people don't even know what cybersecurity is. Okay. So if you could give, a general educational piece of what cybersecurity is.
Absolutely. In a nutshell, in very layman, in a nutshell term, cybersecurity is the protection and the security of the national information system. So the security of our national information system includes everything that keeps our warfighters, our security posture from being breached. And breach means, to someone who doesn't know, breach means compromise, being stolen, protecting that system to the highest ability so that our adversaries, we got adversaries.
Of course.
We got Russia, we got a whole bunch of adversaries. So my job is to make sure that our infrastructure, our information system is not breached, because, we get with these adversaries, and not get with them per se, but we have adversaries who try to infiltrate our information system so that they could be able to ultimately destroy the United States, right? And not touch it too much because I can't. But we have to make sure our security posture with our information system is hardened to the highest level so that that doesn't become a breach, because that's the quickest way to infiltrate the United States is through our information system. And because it's so important, national security is so important, I'm going to do my due diligence to make sure that that doesn't happen. My role. And I have a team of others who does the same. But as an engineer and an auditor, I ensure that our security posture is held to the highest standard.
Woo. Okay. When we talk about the highest level of educate the culture, this is it. And watch this, right? So, it is what it is. Like, I'm not big in just tooting people's horn. I just feel like if a horn needs to be, if it's earned, it should be tooted.
I thank you.
Yeah, you've earned that. Like, not many people walked it the way you walked it, got to where you are, and almost seamlessly. Like, this is something that people just to get employed the way you are, that takes decades to do, for some people. And for you to get there like that, I mean, like, wow, I'm blown away.
It took me some time.
Well, I guess getting like how you went from IT, I'm looking at it like that. That journey to me just seems like it was in cruise control.
Everybody says that.
I know it's been some potholes in the road, but I don't think it's been no detours. Like, you was on that straight road. It might have been some potholes, but you didn't know reroute and you know how the GPS go.
Yeah. It reroutes you. Yeah.
And to be at this level, and you're trusted by the United States of America. If America can trust you, I'm sure individuals can trust you.
Please.
When it comes to buying a home.
For sure.
For sure. So I'm saying that to say, hey, if she's trusted by the country, this is probably the person you want to get with when it comes to the home buying process.
Yeah.
Right. So I want to ask, because it seems like you have a lot on your plate. I'm on the outside looking in. It just seems like you're handling all of this gracefully. From being a mom, being a wife, being trusted by the country, and then putting people in their homes. That's a lot. People only do one of those jobs and struggle with it, right? So I want to get into, how did you segue from cybersecurity to real estate?
Yeah, that's a good question. It wasn't actually a segue, to be honest. It was it was supposed to be the
Time-
initial.
Oh, okay.
It was the initial thought before I even became a cybersecurity engineer. I originally wanted to be a real estate agent, but I was thinking, doing research, you have to get leads, you have to generate interest, you have to be customer focused. I wasn't there. I wasn't there in my life. I wasn't
Right.
ready. You know what I mean? I have to be willing to sell and introduce people to things that they interest, things that they're interested in, like homes. I had to be able to present that. I wasn't ready for that. And with anything, there's growth. So I believe it was supposed to happen like this. It was
Right.
supposed to happen whereas I became a cybersecurity engineer first and then become real estate. Because now that I'm comfortable in my engineering role, I can now channel that energy and that aggressive energy and channel it into my real estate. Because now our engineer, I got that on cruise control for sure.
Right.
Because 10 years, 11 years, I've been doing that. So now that's on cruise control. That's no longer my baby. Real estate is my baby. So all the preparation, all that foundation that I have grown and all the education, believe it or not, the education and the preparation for the cybersecurity engineer has prepared me for this. So God knew what he was doing when he said, Tasha, hold off on that. Because that wasn't going to, to be honest, real estate wasn't going to bring me the bread I needed to my home right off top. I needed an instant return on investment so that I could be where I'm at, help my family grow, my kids, my husband, so we could have stability, financial stability. Homes, you could be selling a house here, a house there, but I needed a steady income. And I thank God because it happened in that order. Now that I've already built a nice reserve over here with cybersecurity as far as monetary value, I could channel that over to help my baby, which is my real estate grow. Correct. And that's how it came about. And I'm so, I could honestly say I'm humble because my thinking wasn't in line with God. So God realigned my thoughts.
Right.
Like, you do this first, cybersecurity first. That's going to help you. And now that's where I'm here at right now. Cybersecurity, I'm with my real estate now. And if you can't trust me, if national security has entrusted me, I'm going to be my damnness. I'm going to do my best, my due diligence for you to trust me with your information and to know that I'm working your best interest with real estate.
That's almost obvious, how you hone in on your aggression, right? And if anyone, that's why I'm glad we went through this journey first, so they could see your aggression when it comes to getting a job done, right?
For real.
Personally, you showed your aggression with getting the job done. Then with your being career driven, you showed your aggression. So obviously with me understanding the level of trust that you have to have with your career, mixed with the level of aggression that you've shown, I couldn't see why someone wouldn't choose you for an agent.
I appreciate that.
And I wanted to ask you, what's the most gratifying thing when it comes to real estate? What's the most gratifying thing you've seen so far, or that I guess you came encounter with as far as getting into real estate? What's the most gratifying thing about that?
I could honestly say gratifying, helping people dreams become reality. Because I don't know, within our community, in the Black community, home ownership has always been like few and far between, right?
Correct.
And let's talk about that. Everybody should desire or want, who has the desire to own a home, have that dream fulfilled. And gratification for me, whether it's instant or 6 months from now, is to know that my client has gotten what they wanted. And whether it's a starter home, a secondary home, or an investment property, I know that their true desire that they entrusted in me have came into fruition. And that's what's gratifying to me.
I like that. And on on top of that, let me add to that, right? Well, when you're getting into real estate, and it's so much like a lot of people get into real estate for, well, almost two reasons. Of course, we need somewhere to live.
For sure.
And also it's one of the biggest industries on the globe when it comes to building wealth, right?
Right.
So if you could give a piece of information that can help people, especially people who haven't bought a home yet, how does that help them change their situation if they're not in a current situation where wealth is being built, if they're just starting to at least change their mindset? What's a piece of information that you could give someone who's considering buying a home for the future that can show them how to start building wealth in that process?
Okay. Let me dissect that into two parts.
Okay. The floor is yours. This is your show.
So first, it's a foundation thing. You got to know what you want to do with the property and where you want to go with it. So foundationally, I would advise, because my real estate business is an advisor agency, whether you're looking to have a starter home and ultimately after 5 or 8 years, you want to make that investment property or to get something bigger, whatever your goal may be, please make that clear, right? So we could align, so that I can align my goals to yours, because we have to be in sync. So what's saying that is, if you just want to do a first time owner starter home and you're good with that, let's get you a starter home that you're going to be comfortable in. You don't want to go no next 25, 30 years. You pay for it, it's yours. Boom. However, with this industry and the people I have came in contact with, they're looking to monopolize or capitalize on their home. Use this home for either a starter home and then later investment, rental property, or Airbnb, whatever the case may be, or even the secondary market where you just kind of like get your HELOC, the HELOC, whereas it's the home equity line of credit, to use that, pull that money out, the equity that you've already accrued into that home, and do something else with it. Make your goals crystal clear so that your real estate may hopefully could align my goals with you. Because with that transparency, I begin to work in your accord. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because if it's important to you in the next 5 years to grow equity in this home and start looking for your second home, because now you want this home to be your rental home, let me know that so that I can align my goals with you. So I'm not on another path that doesn't sync with yours. And that's important. And that's what I would honestly tell anybody. Be clear. And that's where the security or the confidentiality come in. And I could tie that in with my cybersecurity engineer experience, because what you tell Toshia, going to remain with Toshia. And that's how I believe trust. Trust is very important. And integrity is knowing somebody's working in your best interest, even if you're not available. Let that marinate with you now.
Let that sink in.
Let that sink in. Yeah. So we have trust now. I trust you as long as I can see you.
Right.
But integrity is knowing that you're going to do the right thing when I'm not even present or my back is turned. That's what I stand on. Integrity.
And that, once again, that goes back into cybersecurity, because once you clock out from work, they still have to trust you.
Absolutely.
Their back is turned now.
Right.
And they still have to trust
100%. 100%. They got to know that because I'm a representative of the United States government, that I won't divulge any personal and confidential information relating to our national security. Period. My family is under scrutiny. Like my close family, my close friends, my neighbors, when they do a background check, is under scrutiny. So it's important that I walk a chalk line. It's serious.
And you're serious.
I'm very serious.
Yeah, no, what I mean serious is like you're serious to building legacy and, infrastructure for your children to build off of,
Absolutely.
Eventually, or I don't know, grandchildren's to come everyone will be able to build off of what, you know, you and your husband are putting together right now.
Right.
And I want to ask you, I guess this is just like a broad question.
Okay.
I want to know something about you when it relates to real estate that is just something that we may not know that you do, you know, far as the structure of how, you know, are you just an agent and we're leaving it there? Or is there something else to what you provide to real estate?
I provide, okay, of course, I'm a realtor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also an advisor agency. Advising means just that. A lot of people don't know where to begin. Some people don't know how to begin. So if it's me telling you how to start just by credit repair, how to start about just saving some money, because there's a big difference about renting and a property versus owning a property.
Mm-hmm.
So just say, for instance, you're renting an apartment and you know you pay, just for numbers, $1,000 a month. Okay, so you know home ownership is going to require taxes and insurance. So to provide a cushion, so you're $1,000 right now. The cushion would be how much more can you afford? You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So you're at $1,000 right now. That mortgage and insurance may be a total of $400. So now that's $1,400, right?
Correct.
Let's say $1,500.
Mm-hmm.
So, and knowing that you could provide a cushion of $500, that cushion you need to be saving. So I'm your advisor. I'm saying, okay, you're paying $1,000 now. You pay $1,000 a month to your rental landlord. I want to see you saving $500 for 6 months, because now that's preparation. My advisor agency, I'm preparing you to fit that $1,500 mortgage. That makes sense to you?
Correct.
Okay, because we don't want payment shock, is what I'm trying to get at.
Right.
Payment shock is when you went from $1,000 and now you're paying $1,500. That payment shock requires preparation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That requires preparation. So, and with my advisor agency, I want to show you what that looks like, because you're no longer going to be paying $1,000. I want you to match that idea of owning a home at $1,500. Pay your $1,000 on time, but also I want you to put that $500 away faithfully to prepare you for that $1,500 mortgage. And that's just for numbers, because I don't know your interest rate. I don't know where you are, right. But that's just for numbers. I want you to be prepared for that payment shock, because you're no longer going to be renting. You're going to be owning. So that $500 untouched, put that away every month so that you could be prepared. You kind of like train yourself for that $1,500 future payment, if that makes sense.
Oh, the math is mathing.
Right.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It's almost you're to me breaking down something that's very detailed but making it layman's terms.
As much as possible.
Yeah, because you know, you have some people that's extremely detailed, but they also understand layman's terms. But then some people who understand layman's terms don't understand when it's extremely detailed.
Absolutely.
So I like the way you broke that down, because I feel like everyone can understand that.
Yeah.
And being that you advise, does that come in the form of a business, or is this just something you do where you just give out information like that?
Yeah, this is something I genuinely do. Not a business at all. It's a part of the package.
Yeah, that's such a bonus though.
Yeah,
like,
it's a bonus. Absolutely.
I wouldn't say like, you know, I'm into real estate, but what I think, I'm gonna speak for the general public. Okay. When the general public, 80% of us just look at agents as help you find a house and show it to you. The end. You know?
That's it.
So seeing how much more comes with this package, when they hire you to be their agent, it seems like it's so much more. That's just one leg of it, is you're the agent. That's just one leg. But I feel like I don't want to overstep my boundaries, but I feel like you can frame that as far as being an advisor. That could be a second business, because say for instance, I'm in a home already, right? I probably bought it at the wrong time. Interest rates were extremely high. I don't know any of this stuff. Now I stumble across this interview, right? Now I may want to get in contact with you to see where I go from here. And on top of that, I'm someone who likes to pay for your time. So I want to know, like, hey, because I may not be buying another house, may just refinance, something like that. But guess what? You're giving me the information of what to do. So I feel like, everything, we don't have to charge for everything.
Right.
But I'm willing to pay is what I'm saying. So people getting information out of you, right?
Right.
That you're willingly giving. But I feel like when you're gonna go the extra mile, I just feel like it's fair. I'm big on fairness. I just feel like it's fair that
Me too.
it should come with some sort of compensation.
I'm not sure how that looks like right now as far as compensation. You know what I mean? Because I am giving to the community, which hence leads us into my workshop, right?
Mm-hmm.
My workshop is totally free. You can get these free blessings, these gems I'm going to drop at my workshop on November 1st. I am going to be dropping gems, like things that I learned firsthand. You know how.
Wait, excuse me. When is this workshop?
November 1st.
November 1st. And
Yes.
where is it?
It's at Canaan Missionary Baptist Church in North Charleston. That's my church.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I
Yes.
just want to make sure that information is out. Now explain the workshop.
The workshop is going to be for first-time homeowners and returning buyers. I'm going to be dropping gems like, people need credit repair consultations. They need banking information, because you can't do any of this without financing, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to have my realtors there because, of course, my company is Visor Realty. I started small. They're going to be there to support me. I have Fifth Third Bank that's going to be there. I have a good sponsorship with them as well. Sherry O'Neill, shout out to Sherry O'Neill. She has poured into my business, and she's going to be available to provide you with the banking products that's available for first-time owner and returning buyers. So just like I said, I'm not just trying to, grab the first-time owners. I'm grabbing the returning buyers, because what has changed? What can I do with my money? I've been in this home for 15 years. I'm looking for something new, but I'm not sure. I don't know how to go about it. Yeah, we got that information for you too, because you got 15 years of equity in your home. So we're just coming at you full force from every angle to kind of like answer those questions that have been lingering in people's head, don't know how to go about finding the resources. My home ownership workshop on November 1st is going to be all inclusive. And I've been blessed to have people pouring into my business, because this is my first workshop,
Right.
the first of many. Next year it's going to be every year. It's going to be an annual event. So it's just up from here. It's really an amazing opportunity. And I say an amazing opportunity because I get to serve my community. I have not always been forward facing. I have not always been in the limelight. If it was about personal,
Right.
But now it's about business. So I want them to see what I can share with them. And I have been honored to have a very overwhelming response from my Facebook family. They've been telling me, they've been RSVPing, telling me, sign me up. I see you. My assistant will get with you. So I'm blessed, James. I am.
You are truly blessed. And the biggest blessing is the fact that you give back. The fact that you are sitting here with me giving all of this free game, free education.
Free food, excuse me. The brunch is complimentary. I got nice catered food that's going to be there. Yeah.
Might come get me a plate.
It's free.
I like a free plate.
It's free. Yep.
Yeah. I want you to, put out some information about anything, any products that you have, any information as far as how people can contact you if, they're in the market to look for a home, or any other, situations you have on the table now that's growing or manifesting. How can they get in contact with you, and what are they getting in contact with you for?
Yeah, absolutely. So you could reach me out on my social media platforms. I have been working with Brandon Freeney, and I
Correct.
have been blessed through James to have him on my side as a marketing advisor. You could, there's a lot of avenues I'm approaching, right? So my information is through Toshia Ferguson at yahoo.com or Toshia at Vizo realty.com. There's a lot of avenues. I have both my personal as well as my professional page. You can reach out to me. Anybody who knows me, of course, can reach out to me through my personal inbox through Facebook or through my personal cell phone. So any way that you feel that you could send a message in a bottle, send it over here to wherever. However, I don't care how the message get it to me. And I'm just like an open book, like for real. I'm fine with it, like no limits, for real. And that's what I want to bring, that energy. Like, oh, Tasha's always serious. Yeah, I'm serious, but I also incorporate the obvious. I want to be friendly also. So yeah,
It's good. You have an on and off switch.
I do.
That's what it is.
I do. I have a healthy
love it.
balance. I do have a healthy balance with that.
I love it.
Yeah, I do.
Bringing it home, I want to ask if you were talking to the 18-year-old Tasha, right? Because there is an 18-year-old Tasha out there that, may or may not be lost in the journey of where they're going in life. Because a lot of us, like myself, we don't really figure things out. Well, it takes a lifetime to figure out life. Let's start there.
Yeah.
But at least to get on the right track, a lot of us, it takes a long time to get there. But if I'll speak for myself. If I had us when I was young, I would be on track a lot earlier.
I understand that.
So speaking to that young lady, that young Tasha, whoever she is out there now, what's some sound advice you would give her to end up in a great space like you are right now?
Well, I'm fortunate to have someone, my daughter, who is around that age bracket. She's 19. So speaking to my mini me, which is Javia, my daughter, my kids, of course my husband, but it's more important for the youth these days.
Correct. Exactly.
My daughter, she just thinks I'm the most amazing person ever.
That's great. That shows what you put out there.
Absolutely. But
that's
I'm
great.
like, I sometimes take that as I be dismissive of that because I'm like, oh, she just doing what children are supposed to do, but not really, because sometimes kids are combative and kind of like reject their parents. But I have such a good relationship with my daughter, and the 18-year-old me, just to kind of like stay on what you're saying, the 18-year-old me would be my daughter. And speaking to her, she is so much like me in so many ways. I keep giving her these gems that like, Javi, don't stop. Yeah, you get derailed. Sometimes you fall off path, but remain true to your focus. And she's an aspiring, she wants to be a doctor, a dermatologist. So there's been a lot of things, a lot of deviations along the way, right? So, and I told her, that's fine. We deviate, but then at the end of the day, we have to get back mind focus and know where you want to go on your journey. Even if it takes going around the bush and coming back down to your main focus, as long as you stay focused. So my 18-year-old me, which is my daughter, because I've always had like very good jobs. 18 years old, out of high school, I was working at the United States Postal Services, the North Charleston Rec on Rivers Avenue. I've been there for 3 years. I've been there, like North Charleston Remote Encoding Center. I've been looking at images, processing images, but my daughter doesn't have that right now. You know what I mean? So my 18-year-old self would be channeled towards my daughter now because she doesn't have the opportunity I have. Keep going is what I tell her. Keep going. Yeah, you're working at these local restaurants or whatever. It's all good because greater is later. Correct. And I keep telling her that. She's like, Mama, I'm working. I said, that's okay. Your daddy and I, we have you. Just keep going. As long as you're doing what you want to do and it remains focused to your true goal, we got family support. We got plenty of that.
Right.
Until I don't have any more breath. You know what I mean? So With that being said, that's what I would say to her. And my 14-year-old, she got some time. Even though I ain't letting her go nowhere, I tell her, I'm not doing the empty nest syndrome. Nope, she got to stay home.
Right, I like that.
I already talked her into saying, you don't have to go to college. Stay right here. Do something local. I already talked her into that.
Right.
Okay, mama.
And listen.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I told her that, but at the same token, I would tell my daughter, my 18-year-old daughter, my 19-year-old daughter, keep going. Yeah, it looks kind of dark. It looks kind of blurry. It's convoluted at times, but keep going. I went through the same thing. And because she has a good support system, my parents wasn't financially stable to support my dreams. But guess what? Because I had their support, that's all I needed.
That's it.
So she got finances. She has the support. Well, why not? Just do it. The time is now. Let's do it now. So that's just me.
I feel like you spoke to a nation of the youth, young men and women. And also, age to me doesn't really dictate if you're younger or older. It's the mentality. So it can resonate with people of older ages as well. And I know you said, you give out a lot of free advisory information. But I want people, this educate the culture. So I want y'all to come to me because she give it out for free. So when y'all come to me, I'm the middleman. So I'm gonna need my cut because I'm charging for this game. If y'all need to get to her through me, I want my cut because this is gonna change your life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So hey,
word of mouth go far these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tasha gonna advise you, but she gonna sell your house. Just stick with her. Whether 6 months to a year, I'm going to track you and make sure what it looks like in 6 years. You might not in 6 months. You might not be ready now. 6 months, year down the road, I'm gonna pop in and say, everything okay? You ready?
Okay. So look, this is titled Trust and Integrity.
Yeah.
This is this episode. So we're gonna make Miss Tasha the poster child for trust and integrity.
I appreciate that.
And I appreciate you being on.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure. And this is Educate the Culture. Thank you, young lady.
Thank you, James, for having me on. I appreciate it.
All right.